Anybody who's watched Bench Talk before really tunes in just for the memes, as if they want to get a load of our heads.
It's that simple. Are we clear?
But not everyone's a fan.
Whoa.
Too many animations, guys. Please turn it down. It feels like a bunch of annoying YouTube ads.
What? Disappointed!
Please, I beg.
Unacceptable!
Cut out the unfunny animations. He's got crying symbols.
You seem upset.
Did he say, I beg? I beg of you.
I beg of you.
Let's be honest. So many people have said, oh, you should do this as a podcast. I'm like, there's no way it'd work.
Rubbish.
Well, your options are severely limited.
This is not a podcast.
Oh, the style of it.
Old.
I'm speaking. If you don't mind letting me finish.
For what, an hour?
I'm talking now.
Yeah, this is two grumpy old men.
Zero to 100 in 4 seconds.
Luke, what is going on? Electric BT1s? What is the world coming to?
They're nicknamed Bumblebee, and these flash new electric vehicles are a first for Queensland Police.
Hop in, spark plug.
Nickname Bumblebee.
They provide a different driving experience. The running costs of an EV are dramatically less.
The fleet of 5 will patrol the state's highways from the far north to the Darling Downs.
Jordan, hit pause. Do you know how many people are trying to say that somehow the running costs are more?
How?
Come on. How can you say the running costs of an EV is more than an ICE car?
The police would do a fair few Ks in these cars too. They're not like doing a run to the shops and it sits in the bloody police station all day, surely.
Oh, but Jordy, they act like they're heavier on tyres, which, yeah, I would agree, but somehow that's going to make up for all the petrol and maintenance costs. Yeah, come on. That's I'm sorry, but that's full cooker spec.
Oh my God.
The estimated range is about just under 500 kilometres on a full charge.
Bullshit. Jordan, hit pause. There's no way they're getting 500 Ks flat out. They're going to be getting 200 Ks.
500 Ks, yeah, maybe if he's cruising around the local shops at about 30 Ks an hour.
Are you listening, Bronze?
Let's just play the video because there's a lot of comments we've got to get through here.
The acceleration is much quicker than a petrol vehicle. Do you want me to fan?
Let's go, Bumblebee.
We're finding there's no limitations in terms of speed. Do you want me to fan?
Efficient when pursuing dangerous and reckless drivers.
Hoons. There's been a lot of people saying that there's not going to have enough range and it'll only do 300 Ks. You know what happens, Jordan? When I'm on the highway and I see the red and lights flashing and I look at my speedo and I'm doing 99 and I'm in a 100 zone and I'm getting pulled over, for dangerous driving, you know what I think? When I see that electric car, I'm going to think, oh, I'm not going to pull over and get my ticket for doing 1K over. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to...
You mean 1K under, you're saying?
1K under the speed limit, sorry. I'm going to lead this guy on a 300 kilometre hour chase and hopefully he runs out of battery.
Yeah.
And my car's not, it's going to do 800 Ks on full noise, no problem. What are these people going on about?
But this is no different. How many times did the police get some vehicle for a year or two? It could be a BMW. I think they've had Kias before. They had Kia Stingers and stuff. Yeah, it's always outrage over the latest police vehicle.
What are they supposed to drive? I saw one guy said, what are they supposed to... They're supposed to replace the entire fleet with AU Falcons.
I like it a lot.
An electric vehicle has 100% torque from zero.
Can we take one for a spin?
Yeah, definitely. Let's do it. Do you want me to fan?
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
Hitting high speeds quickly without a peep from the engine.
Wow, they go so quick.
This guy looks like he's doing a bit of hooning.
So 141.
141, did he just say?
What? This is outrageous. This guy's doing 140 on a public road. How can you not even tell that that's on a private facility?
What an idiot!
If we're going to prevent offences and we're going to keep the roads safe,
Do you want me to fan?
people have to see us out there.
Only when there's a need for speed.
Do you want me to fan?
The striking neon yellow has already been raising eyebrows.
By the way, why are they bright yellow?
They're bright yellow because, what's his name? Hectic Habib, was that his name?
Yeah.
The perfect car for any Lebo is, of course, a canary yellow VL Turbo.
Remember he had his flat peak on and he had it up here, so it was, what did he say? It was touching God's toes.
No, it's tickling God's toes.
Make sure that your cap is placed securely on the top of your head so the front is tickling God's toes.
I think it was, I could be wrong, but wasn't Victoria the only state who got the yellow BT1s in the VK and VL and all that?
All I know is there was probably about 400 yellow BT1s at the start when they existed, and now they're pretty rare. There's probably about 4,000.
All original too.
Do you want me to fan?
Guys, we had a great response on our first streetcar tee, so we've come up with this new one. Yes, it's a streetcar, as you can see, Holden VF Commodore. You can grab one today at our shop, shop.fullboost.com.au. On the front, we've just got our original logo, nice and plain on the front, on the back. It's come up a treat. Grab one today.
I posted that video on our Fullboost group chat, and of course...
Am I to guess right, Geordie, there might have been 1 or 2 people commenting, maybe?
Probably...
1 or 2, I should say 1 or 2 thousand people.
Yeah.
Total outrage.
100%.
100%.
100%. 100%.
Fast, they'll run out of charge before I run out of fuel. My full tank gives me at least 800 Ks when driven hard. Driven hard, 800.
Say that again.
800 driven hard.
Jordo, what is it? Tell me you don't own a dual cab diesel ute without telling me you own a dual cab. I mean, flat out or 10% throttle, we all know it's the same level of power and acceleration.
Rubbish.
Like, is that 800 Ks, is that a 70 series Toyota? Big bag of warm wind. My 100 to 200 is sub 4 seconds, so good luck catching that when these run out of puff above 100. As you said, Luke, when you see the cops, 0 to 200 run in 4 seconds, see ya.
I reckon if this bloke's on corn juice, sugar cane, whatever you want to call it, E85,
After all.
I'd probably put my money that the electric car will outrun his car.
What did you say?
What do you get out of your car, Jordo? About 35 kilometres a tank?
It's ridiculous. 200 out of my Lancer, and she's pretty empty.
It's not going to get you out to your favourite camping spot with your family.
That's not even driving it hard. Be 100 Ks if driven hard, I reckon.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Good luck staying in pursuit when the battery gets low, LOL. Don't put sirens and lights on, battery fades. Maybe the energy required to send the car down the road at 100 Ks might just be higher than running some lights on the roof. There's a few replies here combating the FUD. All I see in the EV groups is the FUD.
What the hell are you talking about?
Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. The battery in an EV has enough capacity to run the average Australian house for 4+ days. I am sure it can run some lights.
I love it though when people, write a comment just taking the PI55, right? And someone's got to come back with an absolute nerd reply. And you can sit there and go, the guy's being sarcastic, but the reality is he's probably being real.
So great to see our tax dollars going to something like this. What an absolute waste.
Frankly, $6 to $7 billion.
A lot of the times these police cars are actually supplied by the car company because it's great exposure for them. So not every time is it taxpayers' money, but I don't know, is it?
I'm not sure about this one. Look, it is only 5 cars. It's not like they've ordered 500.
Billions and billions.
You'll be able to see them on fire when charging overnight. What happens in an emergency and you're stuck at the charging station for hours?
Do you want me to fan?
Yeah, the cops are hanging out at charging stations for hours charging these things.
Liter of cola?
Hours.
With their 800 volt architecture, they can charge from 10% to 80% in 18 minutes. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. How many of these mega fast chargers are around? You never bother charging up to 100% unless it's parked up overnight.
Is that because the battery might explode?
That escalated quickly.
The current Queensland government is more interested in virtue signalling and wasting money on expensive things that don't add anything to the community. Example, these EVs and Olympics. Just jam those two subjects together.
They've got a bit of a point about the Olympics.
Look, speaking about the bloke who was doing 40 Ks over on the public road there, the officer, I should say.
Do you want me to fan?
41 kilometres over the speed limit, I would have lost my licence on the spot. This is just showing you that when in uniform, the laws don't apply to them.
Utter contempt for driving on private roads. Utter contempt.
How did he not notice it was at a proving ground, whether it clearly was not a public road? EVs are so fast, EVs are amazing. Then someone invented a corner in the road. Oh wait, production EVs weigh too much to handle a corner.
And here we go.
Mate, I had a 727 horsepower Mustang that was lapping the same times as a supercar at Queensland Raceway on street tyres. Has it ever thought to you, mate, that maybe that's just the difference in driving. I love how people compare circuit times on the track. It's so irrelevant. Unless you get two decent drivers that know the cars well, don't take too much notice of that.
But Jordy, he's saying supercar. Is he talking about like a V8 supercar? What the heck's he talking about?
Come on, don't bullshit me. Pure fiction.
No. He'd be surely he's talking about a McLaren or something.
Maybe he's not. Maybe he's the new Peter Brock on street tyres. He's quicker.
It's beyond 10 tenths at almost. Looks like 11 tenths.
And I can tell you for a fact, my EV would eat it alive the way it handles. I'm not saying I'd get more than a lap out of the brakes though. It probably would outhandle it considering what's the Mustang's natural environment? Sliding into shop fronts and power poles.
Taking out crowds. Taking out some people at Cars and Coffee.
Cracking good EV. The EV6 is a brilliant car. Not only will it be efficient as a highway patrol, but the cops will love driving it. It's a blast.
Do you want me to say it?
Well, you know what? That car, I think it actually does sub 4s to 100. And a lot of people commenting in these comment sections clearly have never driven an electric car. They'll do that underwater. Do you know what I mean? Like any sort of road surface, they'll put it down. Like try and get the old Barra to do consistent sub 4 seconds.
This is actually not a bad point. So why state they're fast if speed is the big killing factor on the roads? Poor choice of words.
There's a bit of logic in that comment. I mean, all we get drummed down to us on a day in, day out, but speed kills 1 kilometre over.
What is it? That ridiculous marketing tagline they had, towards zero. Come on, towards zero. We're never getting a zero road toll.
Could be wrong, the comment section could correct me. I thought they didn't have a pursuit policy in Queensland. Like, I don't think they're supposed to give chase to people in 800 horsepower. What's that guy driving? He's got 800 horsepower. No, he's doing 100 to 200 in 3 seconds or something.
4 seconds.
Do you want me to say it?
Yeah, look, you've got some stats here. That EV6 GT all-wheel drive has a top speed of 260 and official 0 to 100 in 3.5. So that would realistically be probably a 12-second car, would it be? They do fall over a bit in the up-top EVs generally, but...
Yeah, but realistically, the 8th mile's far more indication of a car on the road.
What an absolute joke. Roads falling apart, hospitals overflowing, and youth crime through the roof, and all this government concentrates on is more revenue raising. We need a drastic change for this country.
There's an attack on the species by a guild of psychopaths, and they must be defeated.
Keep our highways safe, so does that mean they're going to fix all the potholes?
Does that shit turn you on?
Not at all.
It's actually a good point. The roads are terrible.
Point. Look, I don't think that 5 cars is going to somehow fix the hospital problem, you know, but and youth crime, but I can kind of see where the guy's going, but he's just a little bit off there.
Police keep the government safe, not civilians. Serve and protect the corrupt government politicians from the masses. Blade Runners unite. Now, the Blade Runners is a reference to the people in the UK cutting down all those congestion cameras, all the speed and congestion cameras that flag your rego and basically say, you're not allowed in this district. It's like Hunger Games over there. Forget welcome to country, this is welcome to government. It's not bad.
Right-wingers tend to love oil and gas, fossil fuels.
I might have to get old Uncle, what's his name, Uncle Colin? Is that his name?
Uncle Colin.
Colin, behind the wheel of one of these BT1s.
Do you want me to say it?
Fullboost Garage is a DIY workshop, meaning you can hire a hoist bay and tools and work on your car at your own pace. So far, we've had a range of people come in doing anything from oil changes, exhaust upgrades, and other repairs to their car. If you need something done to your car and don't have any space or don't have the right tools, get on the website and book in now. Anybody who's watched us in Bench Talk before just watches it. Hang on. Anybody who watches us for Bench... What am I saying here?